part of the lesson named laws of motion. In this class, we are going to see the second part. Okay. What we have seen in the first part, we have seen what are all inertia, types of inertias, and we have seen what is force, and we have seen various types of forces, namely resultant force. Right. Now we are going to see the next part. Here there are two forces, namely balanced force and unbalanced force. Okay, balanced force and unbalanced force. Yes, what are balanced forces? Balanced forces are nothing but if resultant force of all forces acting on a body is zero, then body will be in equilibrium. If all the resultant forces of the body is zero, then it is called as the balanced forces. Okay, what is mean by resultant force? Resultant force is nothing but it is the sum of all the forces. Sum of all the forces and their magnitude is called as the resultant force. Yes, if resultant force of all forces acting on a body is zero, then body will be in equilibrium. Then it is said to be a balanced force. If all the resultant forces are said to be zero, then they are called as the balanced force. If the forces are in equilibrium state, then they are called as the balanced force. Yes, what are unbalanced forces? If the resultant force is not equal to zero, it is called as the unbalanced force. What is balanced force? If the resultant forces of all the forces are equal to zero, when they are said to be in equilibrium state, then it is called as the balanced forces. Is what are unbalanced forces? If the resultant force is not equal to zero, it is called as the unbalanced forces. For example, forces on weighing balance. If you go for a shop, what the shopkeeper will do? He will weigh the quantity with the help of the weight balance, right? How will the weight balance be? If we add the load, the weight balance will be in the one side will be at the top, other will be at the bottom. That is a major example, easy example for unbalanced force. Okay. If you go for a shop, the shopkeeper will weigh the quantity with the help of the weight balance. Nowadays, weight balance are replaced with the help of digital balances. But for weighing the quantity, they will use weight balance. How will the weight balance be? One quantity will be at the top, other quantity will be at the bottom. This is the example for unbalanced force. Okay. Next, what is the rotating effect of force? If you all might be having doors in your houses, right? How will you open the door? By touching the tip, by touching the handle. With the help of the handle, we will open the door, right? How that opening door, the door will be fixed at the edges of the walls, right? It is called as the axis. The edges at which the door is fitted to the wall is called as the axis. Axis is nothing but it will have x, y and z direction. That is called as the axis. Now, what is axis of rotation? Axis of fixed edge about which the door rotates. How will the door rotate? The door will be fitted with the help of the screw in the wall. If you open the door, the screws will move, adjust itself, and the door opens, right? That the axis which helps the door to rotate is called as the axis of rotation. What is axis of rotation? The axis which helps the door to rotate is called as the axis of rotation. What is axis? The axis of fixed edge about which the door rotates is called as the axis of rotation. Next, the rod turns about a fixed point. The rod turns about a fixed point, and that is called as the point of rotation. About the fixed point, what will happen? The rod will turn itself. That is called as the point of rotation. The axis which helps the door to rotate is called as axis of rotation. At a point, the rod turns itself. That is called as the point of rotation. Yes, next is your moment of force. What is moment of force? Moment of force is nothing but it is the product of force and distance, perpendicular distance between the fixed point and line of action of forces. Product of force and distance. In common, what is moment of force is nothing but it is the product of force and distance. Now, what is moment of force? Moment of force, rotating effect of force about the fixed axis. The rotating effect of force is called as the moment of force. Moment of force is nothing but it is the product of force and perpendicular distance between fixed point and the line of action of forces. Product of force and distance is called as the moment of force. Moment of force is expressed by the symbol tau. What does the symbol represent? Tau. Tau, which is equal to force into distance. What is moment of force? Moment of force which is equal to, which is the product of force and distance, which is expressed by the symbol tau. This symbol represents tau. Next, it is also called as the torque. Moment of force is also called as the torque. If in your exams, if they ask to define torque, you have to define this only. Torque, which is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Moment of force and torque are the same. Okay, don't confuse with this. Yes, this is a vector quantity. What does mean by vector quantity? The quantities that has both magnitude and direction are called as the vector quantities. What are called as vector quantities? The quantities that has both magnitude and direction are called as the vector quantities. Okay, so this moment of force is a vector quantity. Since it has both magnitude and direction, it is a vector quantity. What is the unit of moment of force? What is the unit of force? Unit of force is Newton. What is the unit of distance? Unit of distance is meter. So what is the unit of moment of force? Newton. Meter. Is clear? Unit of force is Newton. Unit of distance is meter. So the unit of moment of force is Newton meter. Yes, good. Next, application of torque. Where will we apply this torque? We apply this torque in gears and seesaw and steering wheel. In seesaw, how will you play seesaw? Two persons will be sitting at the edges. In the middle, there will be a fulcrum. Two persons will be sitting at the edges. What will happen? The heavier person will lift the lighter person. That's what will happen, right? So this is an example for torque. Next is your steering wheel is an example for torque. Torque is applied in gears, seesaw and steering wheel. Torque is nothing but it is the product of force and distance and it is a vector quantity. Unit of torque is Newton meter. Okay. Moment of force is also called as the torque. Yes, next is your couple. What is couple? Couple in the sense, couple means itself it is two. Okay, couple means itself it is two. So what is couple? Two equal and opposite parallel forces applied simultaneously at two distinct points. Okay, two equal and opposite parallel forces applied simultaneously at two distinct points. It constitutes a couple. Yes, rotating effect of couple is moment of couple. The rotating effect of couple is called as the moment of couple. What is moment of force? Moment of force is also rotating effect of force is called as moment of force. Moment of couple is nothing but rotating effect of couple is called as moment of couple. For example, you all might have been played the spinning top, right? Pambaram. That is a best example for couple. Okay. What is couple? Two equal or opposite parallel forces applied simultaneously at two distinct points is called as the couple. The rotating effect of couple is also called as the moment of couple. Moment itself is nothing but rotating effect. Okay. Rotating effect of force is called as moment of force. Rotating effect of couple is called as moment of couple. Is it clear? We have seen what are balanced forces. If the resultant force is equal to 0, it is called as the balanced force. If the resultant force is not equal to 0, it is unbalanced force. Okay. Next is your rotating effect of force. Rotating effect of force, the best example is opening the doors that we have in our houses. Okay. Now axis of rotation is nothing but axis of fixed edge about which the door rotates is called as the axis of rotation. Then point of rotation, the rod turn about a fixed point and that is called as the point of rotation. Next is your moment of force. Moment of force is nothing but rotating effect of force is called as the moment of force. It is also called as the torque. Define torque. Torque is defined as the product of force and perpendicular distance between fixed point on the line of action of force. Okay. Torque is represented by the letter tau, by the symbol tau. This symbol is called as tau. Okay. Tau, which is equal to F into D. What is the unit of torque? Unit of torque is Newton meter. How that unit came? Unit of force is Newton. Unit of distance is meter. So the unit of torque is Newton meter. Okay. Next is your couple. What is couple? Two equal and opposite parallel forces applied simultaneously at two distinct points constitute a couple. Moment of couple is nothing but rotating effect of couple is called as the moment of couple. What is moment of couple? Moment of couple is nothing but the rotating effect of couple is called as the moment of couple. Now we can see the formula for moment of couple. Okay, moment of couple, which is equal to force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. Yes, what is moment of torque? Moment of torque also we have the same formula. Force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. Moment of couple is also same, which is equal to force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. Yes, moment of force is expressed by the symbol capital M. Moment of force is expressed by the symbol capital M, which is equal to force into distance is represented as S. Okay. Moment of force couple, which is equal to M, which is equal to F into S. Force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. Yes, what is the unit of moment of couple? Unit of force is Newton. Unit of distance is meter. So the SI unit is Newton meter. SI unit of moment of couple is Newton meter. In CGS system, the unit is dyne centimeter. Okay. In SI system, the unit is Newton meter. In CGS system, the unit is dyne centimeter. Yes, now what is moment of couple in clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction? In clockwise direction, if the moment of couple, if the moment of direction is positive, then it is called as the clockwise direction. In clockwise direction, the moment of direction of couple will be positive. If the moment of direction of the couple is negative, then it is called as the anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction, the moment of direction of the couple will be in negative direction. In clockwise direction, the moment of direction of couple will be in the positive direction. Okay. Now, what is principle of moments? Principle of moments is nothing but it is the algebraic sum of moments in clockwise direction is equal to the sum of moments in anti-clockwise direction. Principle of moments is nothing but the algebraic sum of moments in clockwise direction, which is equal to the algebraic sum of moments in the anti-clockwise direction. That is called as principle of moments. This can be asked in your 2 more questions. Define principle of moments. What is principle of moments? Principle of moment is nothing but it is the algebraic sum of moments in clockwise direction, which is equal to the sum of moments in anti-clockwise direction. Now, see, this is the diagram which represents the principle of moment. This is anti-clockwise direction and this is clockwise direction. In between there is a fulcrum. D1 and D2 are the distance between these two. Okay. From the fulcrum, the distance are represented as D1 and D2. Now, moment in clockwise direction, which is equal to moment in anti-clockwise direction. What is the moment? Moment which is equal to force into distance, right? So, moment in clockwise direction is F1 and D1. Moment in anti-clockwise direction is F2 and D2. So, here, moment in clockwise. What is the definition for principle of moment? Moment in clockwise direction is equal to moment in anti-clockwise direction. So, moment in clockwise direction is represented as force into distance. Force is F1 and distance is D1. In anti-clockwise direction, the force is F2 and distance is D2. So, F1 D1, which is equal to F2 D2. Next is your Newton's second law of motion. Yes, what is Newton's second law? The force is directly proportional to rate of change of linear momentum of the body. The force is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum of the body. This is the This is the definition for Newton's second law of motion. What is Newton's second law of motion? Force is directly proportional to rate of change of linear momentum of the body. This rate represents the change with respect to time. Okay. In physics, if you see the word rate of change of, then it is with respect to time. Now, force is directly proportional to rate of change of linear momentum of the body. So, change of linear momentum with respect to time. Okay, it is also called as, this Newton's second law is also called as the law of force. Next, first the initial momentum of the body. Momentum is represented by this letter P. Okay, the symbol for momentum is P. So, the initial momentum is Pi. Pi which is equal to mu. Okay, final momentum is Pf which is equal to mv. What is the formula for momentum? Mass into velocity is called as the momentum. Okay, so initial momentum of body, momentum is represented by the symbol P. Pi which is equal to mass into velocity. U represents the initial velocity. Okay. Final momentum of the body which is represented as Pf which is equal to mv, mass into velocity. This V represents the final velocity. U represents initial velocity. V is your final velocity. Now the change in momentum. Change in momentum is represented by delta P which is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Change in momentum which is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. So what is the value for final momentum? Pf which is equal to mv. Pi which is equal to mu. That is what written here. Okay. Change in momentum which is equal to the difference between final momentum and initial momentum. So the value for final momentum is mv. Initial momentum is mu. Okay. Now from the Newton's second law, force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So see, force is directly proportional to mv minus mu. The rate of change of momentum value is mv minus mu. So substitute here, rate of change of momentum. Change of momentum is this. Rate means what I said before, it is with respect to time. So mv minus mu by t. Now for removing this proportionality sign, we have to introduce a constant. Okay. To remove this proportionality, we have to introduce a constant. Here the constant introduced is k. F which is equal to k into mv minus u. Okay. By t. Where this k is the constant. Now f which is equal to constant value, this k is equated to 1. K which is equal to 1. So remove this constant, f which is equal to m into v minus u by t. Now v minus u by t, what is acceleration? Change in velocity with respect to time taken is called as the acceleration. Now see, v minus u by t which is equal to a is nothing but acceleration. Now f which is equal to ma. F force is directly proportional to mass and acceleration. Rate of change of velocity is called as the acceleration. So F which is equal to ma. Is it clear? This is Newton's second law of motion. What is Newton's second law of motion? Force is directly proportional to rate of change of linear momentum of the body. It is also called as the law of force. First, the initial momentum of body Pi which is equal to mu. Here P represents the momentum, U represents the initial velocity. Next, final momentum of body which is represented as Pf. P is nothing but the momentum which is equal to m into v. Here the v represents final velocity. Now change in momentum which is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum which is equal to mv minus mu. From the Newton's second law of motion, force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. Rate here represents with respect to time. So mv minus mu by t. Now to remove this proportionality sign, we are introducing a constant k. F which is equal to k mv minus u by t. Here this k is equal to 1. K which is equal to 1. So F which is equal to m v minus u by t. V minus u by t change in velocity, rate of change of velocity which is equal to acceleration. So F which is equal to m into a. This v minus u by t which is equal to a is nothing but your acceleration. Force which is equal to mass into acceleration. This is Newton's second law of motion. Is it clear? Yes. We have seen moment of couple which is equal to force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. Moment of couple is represented by the symbol capital M which is equal to F into S. F is the force and S is the distance. Okay. The unit of moment of couple is Newton meter. SI unit is Newton meter. In CGS system the unit is dyne centimeter. Okay. Now what is principle of moments? Principle of moments is nothing but algebraic sum of moments in clockwise direction equal to the sum of moments in anti-clockwise direction. So moment in clockwise direction is represented as F1 d1 and moment in anti-clockwise direction is F2 d2, where moment which is equal to force into distance. Okay. Now Newton's second law of motion. What is Newton's second law of motion? Force is directly proportional to rate of change of linear momentum of the body. It is also called as the law of force. Now what is the final equation? F which is equal to ma. What is Newton's second law of motion? Formula for Newton's second law of motion? F which is equal to ma. Now unit which is equal to unit of force is Newton, right? So the unit of force which is equal to Newton in SI system. In CGS system the unit is dyne. In SI system the unit of force is Newton. In CGS system the unit of force is dyne. Yes, what is Newton? 1 Newton is the amount of force required for a body of mass 1 kilogram produces acceleration of 1 meter second power minus 2. What is 1 Newton? 1 Newton is nothing but it is the amount of force required for a body of mass 1 kilogram produces acceleration of 1 meter second power minus 2. 1 Newton which is equal to 1 kilogram meter second power minus 2. What is the value for 1 Newton? 1 kilogram meter second power minus 2. Newton is nothing but it is the unit of force. SI unit of force is Newton. In CGS system the unit of force is dyne. Now what is 1 dyne? 1 dyne is nothing but amount of force required for a body of mass 1 gram produces acceleration of 1 centimeter second power minus 2. Okay. What is Newton? Amount of force required for a body of mass 1 kilogram. In dyne it is 1 gram produces acceleration of 1 centimeter second power minus 2. That is, it is expressed in CGS system. Okay, centimeter gram second system. Here it is represented in MKS system. Okay. Now 1 dyne which is equal to 1 gram centimeter second power minus 2. This kilogram is replaced by gram. This meter is replaced by centimeter. As it is expressed in CGS system, they are written in centimeter gram second. Okay. Now 1 Newton which is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. Is it clear? Newton is expressed in terms of MKS system, that is SI unit. Here dyne is represented with the help of the CGS system. Okay. Next, unit force. What is unit force? Unit force is nothing but it is the amount of force required to produce acceleration of 1 meter second power minus 2 in body of mass 1 kilogram. What is unit force? Unit force is nothing but it is the amount of force required to produce acceleration of 1 meter second power minus 2 in body of mass 1 kilogram. Yes, what is gravitational unit force? In SI system, this gravitational unit force is expressed as kilogram force. Okay. In SI system, it is called as the kilogram force. In CGS system, it is called as the gram force. Okay. Kilogram force and gram force. Okay. 1 kilogram force which is equal to 9.8 Newton. N represents Newton. 1 kilogram, kgf is nothing but kilogram force. Okay. 1 kilogram force which is equal to 9.8 Newton. 1 gram force which is equal to 980 dyne. 980 dyne. kgf is nothing but kilogram force. Gf is nothing but the gram force. Okay. Yes, now impulse. What is impulse? Impulse is nothing but it is a large force acting for a very short interval of time. What is impulse? Impulse is the large force acting for a very short interval of time. This is your 2-mark question. Define impulse. Impulse is the large force acting for a very short interval of time. Impulse is represented by the symbol J. What is the symbol for impulse? J. J is the symbol for impulse. J, which is equal to force into time. F is force and T is time. J, which is equal to force into time. So impulse is the product of force and time. Okay, product of force and time is called as the impulse. Impulse is represented by the symbol J. Yes. Now we shall see the derivation for this impulse. Okay, J, which is equal to F into T. This is the formula for impulse, but J is the symbol for impulse. From Newton's second law, what is Newton's second law? Change in momentum with respect to time, rate of change of momentum. So F, which is equal to delta P by T. Delta P is nothing but change in momentum. Change in momentum, which is equal to, now if this delta P comes this side, this F here will go this side and becomes F into T. Now delta P, which is equal to F into T. What is F into T? J. J, which is equal to F into T. So impulse, which is equal to change in momentum. Impulse, which is equal to change in momentum. Is it clear? J, which is equal to F into T. From Newton's second law, F, which is equal to change in momentum by time taken. If I have to calculate change in momentum which is equal to force into time. So what is force into time? It is impulse. So impulse, which is equal to change in momentum. Is it clear? Yes. What is the unit of impulse? Unit of impulse is kilogram meter second power minus 1. It is also called as in SI unit this is kilogram meter second power minus 1, and the other unit is Newton second. Okay, Newton second. Next example for this impulse. Automobiles are fitted with springs and shock absorbers to reduce jerks while moving on uneven roads. In automobiles, the shock absorbers are being fitted to avoid the jerks when they are moving in the uneven roads. If the roads are uneven, what will happen? You will have a lot of jerks, right? So to avoid the jerks, nowadays automobiles are fitted with the shock absorbers and the springs. Okay, that is impulse. That is an example for impulse. Next is your Newton's third law of motion. Yes, what is Newton's third law of motion? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Yes, this action and reaction occurs in two different bodies. Okay, they occur on two different bodies. What is Newton's third law of motion? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These two forces occurs on two different bodies. Okay, so what is that? FA be one body and FB be another body. Force of body AB, FA, force of body BB, FB. As it is equal and opposite, FB, which is equal to minus FA. This negative sign represents equal and opposite. Negative sign represents the opposite direction. Okay. Now example, if the bird flies on the sky, what will happen? They push the air downwards. If they fly on the sky, they push the air downwards and the sky lifts the birds. Okay, the air pushes the bird upward. Example for Newton's third law of motion is when birds fly, they push air downwards. This is action. Okay, the air pushes the bird upwards. This is reaction. So for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This force acts on two different bodies. Force on body A, B, FA. Force on body B, B, FB. FB, which is equal to minus FA. This negative sign represents the force in opposite direction. Okay. We have seen the unit of force. Unit of force is Newton in SI system. In CGS system, the unit is dyne. Okay. Next, gravitational unit force 1 kgf. Kgf is nothing but kilogram force, which is equal to 9.8 Newton. 1 gram force, which is equal to 980 dyne. and we have seen impulse. What is the formula for impulse? J, which is equal to F into T. Impulse, which is equal to momentum, change in momentum. Okay. Unit for impulse is kilogram meter second power minus 1 or Newton second. Next, we have seen Newton's third law of motion and an example for Newton's third law of motion. Birds flying. When the birds fly, what will happen? They push the air downwards and the air lifts the bird upwards. Okay. This is the example for Newton's third law of motion. The next topic which you are going to see is principle of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, principle of conservation of linear momentum. This is one of the most important question in this topic. Just listen carefully. Statement. What is the statement? In the absence of external force, the algebraic sum of momentum after collision is equal to the sum of momentum before collision. What does this represent? In the absence of external field, if there is no external field applied, the algebraic sum of momentum after collision and before collision are equal. Okay. Now we are going to prove that is equal or not. Okay. Now this is the diagram for principle of conservation of linear momentum. M1 and M2 be the masses acting on the body. F1 and F2 be the forces, and U1 and U2 be the initial velocity. Initial velocity is the U1 and U2. Final velocity is the V1 and V2. Yes, what is initial velocity? U1 and U2 are the initial velocity. V1 and V2 are the final velocity. M1 and M2 are the masses acting on the body. F1 and F2 are forces. Okay. Now, force on body B due to A. Force on body is not B is nothing but M2 V2 minus U2 by T. M2 V2 minus U2 by T. Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Next, force on body A due to B. Force on body A is given by M1 V1 minus U1 by T. M1 V1 minus U1 by T. From Newton's third law. What is Newton's third law? For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now the equation is Fp, which is equal to minus Fa. Minus sign represents the force in opposite direction. Now what is the value for Fp? Fp, which is equal to M1 V1 minus U1 by T. Fa value M2 V2 minus U2 by T. You have to write the negative sign there. Okay. Now multiply this mass into the bracket M1 V1 minus M2 U2. This T is common in both sides, so it gets cancelled. Okay. M1 V1 minus M1 U1, which is equal to minus M2 V2 minus M2 U2. Now take the E1 and E2 to the same side, U1 and U2 to the same side. Okay. Now, if this negative sign comes this side, it becomes positive. M1 V1 plus M2 V2, which is equal to M1 U1 plus M2 U2. Minus into minus plus. This negative comes this side, it becomes positive. So clear? M1 V1 minus M2 U2. This M1 and M2 are multiplied inside the bracket and written in this step. Okay. Now, if we are taking the final velocities and initial velocities to the same side. M1 V1. If this negative comes to this side, it becomes positive. M1 V1 plus M2 V2, which is equal to, if this negative goes that side, it becomes positive. M1 U1 minus into minus plus M2 U2. Okay. So what is this? The momentum before collision, which is equal to the momentum after collision. Hence the law of conservation of momentum is proved. Okay. Momentum before collision, which is equal to the momentum after collision. Hence we have proved the law. This is law of principle of conservation of linear momentum. Yes, what is the law? The algebraic sum of moments after collision, which is equal to the algebraic sum of moments before collision. Hence we have proved that. Okay. Now the next topic is rocket propulsion. This rocket propulsion is an example for Newton's third law of motion. Okay. Newton's third law of motion. In this rocket propulsion, the rocket consists of the liquid hydrogen. Okay, liquid hydrogen. This is an example for Newton's third law of motion. Next topic is gravitation. Yes, what is gravitation? Gravitation is nothing but, now consider these two masses M1 and M2. and force of acting on these two masses be F1 and F2. R be the distance. Okay. Now what is the definition for gravitation? Gravitation is nothing but forces directly proportional to product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between these two masses. Yes, what is gravitation? The force is directly proportional to product of these two masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between these two masses. Okay, that is what written here. F is directly proportional to m1, m2. Directly proportional to product of masses m1 and m2. And it is inversely proportional to distance. Distance here is r square. Okay. Now, F, combine these two and write F, which is directly proportional to m1 and m2, inversely proportional to r square. Now, see, to remove this proportionality constant, they are introducing the constant g. G is here. Here G is nothing but the gravitational constant. Okay, G is nothing but the gravitational constant. To remove this proportionality sign, they are introducing a constant named G. Here G represents the gravitational constant. F, which is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. Okay, is it clear? Force is directly proportional to product of masses m1 and m2. It is inversely proportional to square of the distance between these two masses. If we are combining these two equations, force is directly proportional to m1 m2 divided by r square. To remove this proportionality sign, we are introducing a constant named G. G is nothing but the gravitational constant. F, which is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. This is the formula for gravitation. Okay, this is the formula for gravitation. Yes, what is the formula for gravitation? F, which is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. What is the value for G? G, which is equal to 6.674 into 10 power minus 11, and the unit for G is Newton meter square kilogram power minus 2. What is the value of gravitational constant? G, which is equal to 6.674 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram power minus 3 is the unit for gravitational constant. G here is nothing but the gravitational constant. Is it clear? Yes. We have seen principle of conservation of linear momentum and we have proved the law 2 by the help of the derivation m1 v1 plus m2 v2, which is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2, and we have seen the example for Newton's third law of motion, rocket propulsion. Next is your gravitation. We have seen the definition for gravitation. Yes, what is gravitation? Force is directly proportional to product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between these two masses. Here R represents the distance between these two masses and it is square. Combining these two equations, F, which is directly proportional to m1 m2 by r square. To remove this proportionality sign, we are introducing a constant named G. G is called as the gravitational constant. F equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. Next, we have seen the value of G and its unit. Yes, in this class we have discussed various types of topics, namely moment of force, moment of couple, what is torque, and we have seen principle of conservation of linear momentum. We have seen Newton's second law and its derivation. We have seen Newton's third law with its example, and we have seen what is gravitation. Yes, rest of the lesson will be continued in the next session. Complete your homeworks and send it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Yes, thank you.